where my mom's at. Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at. Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at.
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.
Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for downloading and watching this on YouTube. I'm just perfecting my raps for Nadav. I don't know if you're aware of my talents. I have many, but I know all the words to Jay-Z's Black album. Surprisingly enough, I do. I'm obsessed with it. And
you're so good at it.
do you love it? Oh, you're just egging me on.
No,
you're
well,
doing
I mean,
what?
I'm doing the producer thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to produce some great content, but
Okay.
I do think that you are exceptionally good at it.
Thank you.
When I heard you drop those bars, I wasn't
Thank
expecting
you.
that type of flow.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We dropped a promo of me rapping to Creation. We were just goofing around, and apparently it's very well received. So I might rap some more hits for you guys is what I'm saying, because I'm glad there's finally an audience for what I do. My husband does not appreciate it. Thank you.
Not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Oh, speaking of, if you're watching me on the YouTubes, you'll notice that I'm wearing, it's here, it's queer, get used to it, the official Cool Mom shirt of Where My Mom's At. It is here, and I've designed this shirt. It's on Tom Segura's website. That's my husband. Tom Segura's website. TomSegura.com. Go to the store, and I've designed this shirt with moms in mind. Number one, soft AF. I did not make a cheap, hard shirt because I hate those. The design is cool. It's an 80s theme, obviously. I burped. And then it's soft. I made a scoop neck because it accentuates your clavicle, which is the thinnest part of a woman's body. Everybody knows. And then it's blousy so that it's not tight around your belly, which most of us have mom bods we're trying to conceal. And also it's kind of cool. Watch this. Because of the scoop neck, you can do a little, I'm around the house, but I'm feeling myself. And you just kind of take it off the shoulder. If your husband's around, you don't have to. You can keep it up, or you can just be sassy. I love this shirt. I hope you love it too. Get them now, because they're already going. They're going. Give it to somebody. Give it to a mom for Christmas or Hanukkah, as you would say, Nadav, right?
Yeah, that's how we say it.
That's how you say it. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Cool Mom shirts are out at TomSegura.com. Go to his store, and the link is there. Also, some more business. Still doing flappers every Thursday. Come see me work out new material and just F around and have a good time. Seattle, gosh, I forget which one of them is sold out. Seattle or Portland, November 22nd and November 23rd. And then 2020, holy mackerel, I'm doing so many dates. I am ramping up to shoot another special, which I'm very excited about. January 30th through February 1st, I'm in Houston at the Improv there. And then Valentine's Day weekend, I'm in Tampa at the Improv there. And then March 13th and 14th, the new Improv in Miami. I'm very excited. March 26th through 28th, Dallas at the Addison Improv. And then April 3rd through 4th, Judork Titties. That's New York City at Caroline's. April 24th through 28th, Des Moines, Iowa at the Funny Bone, and then June 12th through 13th, Phoenix, Fartnix, Arizona at the Stand Up Life. I've also added, I believe, Momston at Cap City. I'm in there too. That'll be posted shortly. And for those of you that had tickets to my unfortunate canceled October 25th show due to violent stomach flu and vomiting, I've rescheduled that for March 7th. So if you bought tickets to the October 25th show at the Ice House in Pasadena, and, they're going to be honored March 7th. That's the Make Good show at the Pasadena Ice House. So, there you go. I think that's it. Tickets at Christina P online. If you want to send me an email, WhereMyMomsAt@gmail.com. The phone number is 213-375-5184. Leave a voicemail about 1 minute, and that would be great. Now, very important stuff to get to. First of all, when my husband is out of town, I watch a lot of romantic comedies. I've noticed that I do this. It's not my best. It's embarrassing. I put the kids down by 7:30. I'm upstairs. I'm doing the Netflix, and I'm petting the dog. And I'm usually into Ryan Gosling movies. I'm a huge fan of his. I do watch Crazy Stupid Love. Have you seen that one, Nadav?
Don't think I have.
It's actually really cute.
I'm not the demographic, I don't think.
You know, how dare you? There's oh my God, there's a scene where he takes his shirt off and it's like Six Pack City. It's fucking crazy. Any hoodles. I found this new movie.
Wait, is Emma Stone in that one?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's the one that's just, I remember that from the trailer. It's like, that's gotta be photoshopped, right?
Yeah, that's what she says.
All right. Yeah, I think I remember that.
Oh my God. I don't know if it is. It's perfect. But so I always feel like Emma Stone is not pretty enough. Like he's really with Eva Mendes in real life and she's pretty enough for him. But maybe that's on purpose so that women like me watching can be like, oh, if Emma Stone can have him, you know. Yeah, I mean, look at fucking Eva Mendes is just ba-boom. She's all, you know, she's perfect. She's all boobs and butt and face and lips and anyway, they have 2 children together, she and Ryan Gosling, out of wedlock, dare I say. And the media one time asked Eva Mendes, so you're not married to Ryan Gosling, but you have 2 children with him. And she goes, he's Ryan Gosling. Wouldn't you have babies with him? Even she was like, I don't care. I will be the baby mama to this man's children. It's so cute. I imagine he's very sensitive. I imagine he does listen to you and, you know, want to talk about feelings and stuff. But I didn't have a new Ryan Gosling film, so instead I watched this movie After on Netflix. Moms, if you want to watch, okay, Google After now. It's on Netflix. Oh my, I'm not done with it because here's what I do. I watch movies and I watch shows in installments because I don't have a whole 2 hours of my life to watch a movie. So I'll do it in pieces. But oh my God, the boy, look at that little boy he's little. He's like 20 something, but he's like this British hottie. And he's such a bad boy, and he's the bad guy. And she's like all innocent and virginal. And it's her first year in college. Oh, there he is. And something's wrong with him. And he's got a cool name like Hayden or Hadlin or something weird. And it's just so dumb. And I find myself I'm so embarrassed watching it alone. And then, what's your guiltiest pleasure, Nadav? What do you do? What's your stupidest thing you like?
Stupidest thing I watch?
That you really like.
You know what? I was actually really upset at myself. I watched New Girl. I watched an episode of it and then fucking binged it for 3 full seasons. I'm like, this is the best fucking show I could tell nobody about. I fucking loved the first couple seasons of
That's
shit.
the one with Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, boy, is she hot.
She's gorgeous, but what they did on that, they're like, we put glasses on her and now she's weird and quirky.
Yeah, and she plays a ukulele and shit.
Yeah.
She's just so. But I mean, it's an ensemble cast. Holy shit. Okay, I'm really justifying. Why it's so good. It's an ensemble cast. Everyone pitches in. What's it called? Damon Wayans Jr. was in it. He's great. Who's that? John Johnson.
I don't know.
Jake Johnson. That's
Jake
it.
Johnson.
Boy, is he funny. Yeah.
Boy, they're good.
Yeah, check it out, guys. New Girl, seasons 1 through 3. Don't check out the later shit. That's pretty trash. All right.
I know. I get into these dumb things too. I get into what's that one with Ted Danson and it's about the afterlife.
Oh, The Good Place. That's good too.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
I was watching that. I watch Korean shows. I get into Korean soap operas.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, there's one called Hello My 20s that I'm really into on Netflix.
Tell us about that one.
Stupid.
Hello My 20s?
Uh-huh.
How does that get on your radar?
I know. See, much like my TikTok feed, I have a knack for finding the obscure, the bizarre, the outliers of entertainment. It's about a bunch of Korean girls. They live together. They're in their 20s, of course, and they're in I love that age. I think maybe that's what it is. I'm reliving my youth where I'm like, I'm in college. What's going to happen tomorrow? I don't even know. Am I going to meet the man of my there it is. Am I going to meet the man of my dreams? So yeah, so there's the one in the middle is the oldest one. And by oldest, I mean, she's like, I don't know, 25. And she's got 3 jobs. She's working her way through college. The one on the far right is the dreamer.
Are these all gingers?
No, they're Korean ladies. They're not gingers. They have dark brown hair. I think it's the backlighting. And the one on the far left, they think is gay, but she's not. She just likes to dress like a boy,
Oh, these are all women.
These are all women.
Oh.
And they all live together. Basically, it's the Korean version of Beverly Hills 90210, which I was a huge fan of back in the day as well. Carrie Martin. Did you ever watch that? Carrie Martin graduates. No, not Carrie Martin.
For 90210?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen an episode of that.
Are you fucking serious?
I think it's just a little before my time. I feel like my sisters were, or my oldest sister was probably really into
Donna
it.
Martin. Donna Martin graduates because Donna got drunk at prom and they wouldn't let her graduate, and then they threw a protest for her. Donna Martin masturbates. That's what we said. Stupid. So dumb. Oh my God. What is my life? And then I had this other epiphany as I was driving. I'm going to make a list of other horrible things that I watch on Netflix. I'm going to go look through my queue. It's all bad. You should see what the Netflix is recommending I watch. It is horrible. Oh, I watched The Age of Adeline the other night. That was a good one. I'm gonna bring you guys. Send me too. What are your guilty pleasures on Netflix? What's the crappiest thing you watch that you don't want to admit to watching?
Oh, what's the cringiest thing that you make your significant other watch with you?
Yeah.
That they started liking.
Oh. All of it. All the reality shows Tom was never into. Anything on Bravo. Tom now loves Below Deck because of me. Below Deck, we were watching Millionaire Real Estate guys. We're watching.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, the trashy shit. I mean, Shaw's of Sunset's just amazing.
Shaw's is the best. And I got Tom into Shaw's. That's garbage.
Yeah, Persians are the best.
Fucking love Persians. How do you say hello in Persian? I haven't got a Persian neighbor. Do you speak Farsi?
I only know the curse words in Farsi.
Oh, I can't say that.
I know how to say that your mom's hoo-hoo smells bad.
Oh, how do you say that? Let's practice.
Kose nana bumide.
Kose nana bumide.
Yeah, there's some silent H's that you need to kind of pronounce, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
It's terrible. Okay, I want to hear what your guilty pleasures are on Netflix so that I may check them out as well. Yeah, I watch a lot of romantic stuff. Okay. Also, I don't know if you do this, but when I was pregnant with my second kid, I stopped eating at the Gelson salad bar. I love the Gelson salad bar in my neighborhood because they have the best ranch dressing at the salad bar and the best Thousand Island dressing.
Didn't your website used to be thousandranch.com?
Yes, because I invented it. It's a whole new dressing, and it's based on the Gelson salad bar. I would mix a scoop of the Gelson's ranch and then a scoop of the Gelson's Thousand Island, and I created Thousand Ranch, and I named it my website. And there's even a joke in my first special about it because I love the taste. But what happened was I got pregnant the second time, and the thought of going to a public salad bar to eat grossed me out so much because then you start thinking about all the hands that go in the salad bar and all the sneezing and the coughing and the nastiness. And now I can't go. And I'm like, I can't. And also when you scoop out the ranch, you'll notice like people drop cauliflower in there or like a strand of cheese or a rogue kidney bean is in the thing. And you're like, ooh. So I'm torn because I love their salad dressing. And I don't know. Do you eat salad bar? It's so dicey.
I mean,
really?
I've never even had that thought.
You're welcome.
Kind of blowing my mind. Hold on. If the Gelson salad bar is not safe,
it's not.
What is safe? Because Gelson's is like, it's the bougie supermarket chain.
It is, but
is Whole Foods? Is that salad bar safe?
No, what about
their hot food bar?
And that no, because I've seen people eating just from the hot food bar and the salad bar. You see it. Yeah, it's nasty. People are nasty. Yeah. And then this cold season, people are coughing everywhere and food. It's in the air. It's nasty. I don't know. I used to do it, but now I'm like terrified.
So now you just changed to prepackaged salad boxes? Instead?
No, I make my own salads at home and I make my own poop soup at home and I do it my way. But what I'm bummed about is this ranch dressing that only I can get at Gelson's.
So do you go and just because at Gelson's they weigh it out, right?
Yeah, so you have to scoop it into the thing.
So you get a salad box, no salad in it, just all ranch dressing?
Well, now I'm afraid to even touch the ranch because of the rogue pieces of vegetables and things. You know what I mean? People are nasty.
They don't sell it bottled on its own?
That's what I'm wondering. Does anybody know if I can buy it at the Gel Dog? I get just the ranch on its own? Because I'm so sad that I miss the taste. I've been dreaming about it. Ranch dressing. But it's got to be their specific. You know when you get hooked on a sauce that only it's proprietary to them. Yeah, see, they got all this bullshit, Maria's and the Wishbone. I don't want that. I want Gelson's brand. Oh, it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
It is hard to find a good ranch. I totally feel you. Wingstop has really good ranch.
Wingstop.
Yeah, I go there a little too much.
What's your jam at Wingstop? What are you getting nowadays?
I go for the healthy keto options.
The keto.
So, a little original hot, little garlic parmesan. And then, I used to have so much fucking ranch.
Really?
Like, whenever I went to a restaurant, I would always say, like, whatever you think is too much ranch, bring me one more than that.
I love
and then
that.
that's the perfect amount.
That's exactly how I used to ask for cheese, for extra shaky. That's 100%. When they come and they go fresh grated Parmesan, and I always start by going, oh, you're going to regret asking. And then I go, whatever you think is normal, just keep going. And that's the amount of shaky I want on my cheese. I know.
Yeah, whenever they do that, they always look at me and they're like, oh, you forgot to say when. I'm like, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Keep going, dude.
I know.
Oh my God, we're the same person.
Christina. I know. Well, because I have eating things. I feel like I have eating thing. I go through phases with food where I go overboard. It's my drug, I think, is what I'm learning about myself.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not a drug person. I'm not like a drinker. Yeah, a little, but I hate that, the pressure of the cheese grater, that person that comes to you. I don't think anybody really gets as much cheese as they want. I feel like we're all secretly guilty about the woman or whoever has to do that, the waitress, the waiter, right? Nobody's ever getting the amount of cheese they really want.
Yeah, you don't want to seem not normal to the person who sees this every day.
Yeah.
So if they're like, that's the most I've ever seen on average, anyone asks, you don't want to go above that.
I know.
Limit. So unless you don't care.
Unless I don't care. And I've stopped caring about a lot of stuff, and it's very liberating. But here's what I do in the fresh grated Parmesan scenario. I go, yeah, keep it coming, and then I want you to bring me another dish. Is that what you did with your ranch?
Well, first what I do is I like, how big is the bowl that you bring out a side of ranch in? And then they show me, I'm like, yeah, bring me a soup bowl with that.
Oh my God. And that's what
I would drink that shit. Yeah,
you really would. And you were
like,
dipping.
Someone once was, they're like, how much ranch could you actually eat? And I was like, oh, I could drink it. And then they're like, well, I'll pay you money to drink it. I'm like, you don't need to pay me, dude.
Really? And you can drink ranch?
I did that one time. I don't know if I would do it again. It's a lot of goodness real fast.
What? Okay, what's your brand? What do you like? Which brand?
Wingstop Ranch.
Wingstop. Oh, Wingstop. Yeah, okay.
There's a couple places, it's the places that make their own ranch that's good. That's the secret.
Thing.
Yeah.
See, that's the secret. It's not about the bottle. The bottle sucks. I cannot replicate.
It's everything fresh tastes better.
Yeah. You know? I think we have to learn how to make our own ranch dressing, and then that might solve the problem.
Oh my God, what if we made a Where My Mom's At style ranch?
What is in ranch? Can you please Google ranch recipe? Now I'm dying to know, because I think it's pretty universal that everybody loves ranch dressing. I've not met a soul who doesn't like ranch dressing. It's perfect. Here we go. Click on it and let's just see what is in it. Easy homemade. Here it is. Okay, scroll down. Let's see what's in this stuff. I figured out, by the way, I'm such a dope too. I figured out that you can make things by looking them up. For years, I loved tomato soup, and I would buy it in the can, and I would always be like, ew, this tastes like the can, until it took 42 years of my life before I went, Christina, you could probably make soup. You could make tomato. Okay. So here's what's in ranch, you guys. Get ready to vomit, because it always is like this. Okay, it's a half cup of mayonnaise. So either you're in or out already, because a lot of people hate mayonnaise. A quarter cup sour cream or Greek yogurt. But let's
if you want to make it bad.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to fucking puss out, are you in or are you in? 2 teaspoons dried chives. So chives are it's the green little bits. A half teaspoon of dried dill, half teaspoon dried parsley.
Oh, you could tell this is a good recipe.
Yeah. Then the garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and then 3/4 cup of buttermilk.
Interesting.
That's what it, and I bet you
that's the move.
That's the move.
Buttermilk ranch is always the superior ranch.
Right. And that's what I think Gelson's does. The buttermilk, the mayo, and the sour cream together is what you're tasting. That's so good. Yeah, and a little onion. I don't like onion oh God. I don't like onion powder, but I'll figure this out. I'm going to make my own ranch this weekend. Mark my words. Oh my God, you know what's the best too?
What?
Okay, I'm really white trash in my. I like for Thanksgiving. I won't make homemade stuffing. I'll only stovetop, like only out of the box. Really? Did you guys have homemade growing up?
Well, I mean, because my mom isn't American.
Yeah, same.
She'd make her own thing, and it never tasted like anyone's stuffing. So whenever someone had like Thanksgiving stuffing, I'd be like, "This is just cornbread shoved inside of a turkey. This fucking sucks."
So you liked your mom's homemade styles?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I love my mom's cooking.
Let's get her recipe, dude. Hook it
Sure.
up.
Yeah. All right.
I'll try it. Okay. We were talking about disgusting things you do when you live alone before we started recording because Nadav lives alone. Chris, my other lovely producer here in the box, is he's in the roommate stage of life and hasn't lived alone yet. And I think it's really important to live alone once in your life before you get married to know the joys and the weirdness of living alone. Because it is a combination of both, right? It's like, at least for me, I was very scared to live alone. I did it when I was 28. I lived with a boyfriend before and we broke up and then I moved alone. And it was so scary at first. And then you get into these weird routines and you start to really enjoy your alone time. And then the thought of getting a roommate, right? Never happens. You cannot go back to having a roommate unless you're going to get married. And then that's your life roommate. And that's... oh, it's different. But my favorite thing to do when I lived alone is I would go to Trader's Joe after work. I would get a salad, a ready-made salad, prosciutto, go home, turn on the TV, of course, right? This is when I did have a TV. For a year, I didn't. And then, you strip down, right? Because I do that now. I get home, I take off all my street clothes because I think it's disgusting to wear your street clothes. Do you do that too, Nadav? Is that a Euro-Israeli thing too?
What is
like when you come home as a kid?
Oh, like you switch over to home clothes?
Yeah.
Never did that. I just started doing a thing where when I come home from work, I take off my socks from the day and I put on fresh socks. Woo!
Wow.
Let me tell you, dude.
Whoa.
That feels great.
You're treating yourself. What are you, the king? Jeez.
Let's just, I found out, living alone, I found out what I like and what I don't like, and I like fresh socks,
I like fresh socks too. I like fresh underwear. I like fresh everything when I come home. Take off your nasty street clothes. Take off your shoes because you don't want to track all that dirt and bacteria in your house. Nasty shit. Yeah, and have like soft home clothes. Anyway, so what I would do, I would write a lot of letters to my future self when I lived alone. I think girls do that. Like,
really?
Oh, because I was 28 and I was like, when I'm, 40, I hope to be, blah, blah, blah. I want to be married. I want to do this and that. Yeah.
Do you have any of those letters?
I do.
You should bring them in next week.
Hello. It's all goals, life goals. Like I'm gonna have an agent. I'm gonna be a comedian, stuff like that. And then I would dance a lot of dance parties alone. That was fun. I would drink a lot too, and that's when I started drinking alone. Is when I lived alone. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. And then I smoked a lot of cigarettes too. You're a smoker, right? You still smoke, yeah. Do you smoke alone at home? And do you smoke in your apartment?
I definitely have done that.
That is crazy.
I try to not do that because what it is like
it's crazy.
I've gone through moments where I try and quit smoking. Like the first time I tried to quit smoking, I quit. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this time? Oh, I know. I'll try and watch Mad Men. All those guys do in that is smoke indoors. I'm like,
drink.
That's a lost cause. I'm back on the wagon.
I know.
That's actually where I was like, oh, smoking indoors. That sounds dope.
I know. I did it too when I lived in an apartment. It's so gross though. It really is nasty.
Oh yeah, it's foul. It's foul and disgusting.
Yeah.
No one should do that.
Or in your car. The car was the worst.
Oh yeah, I still do that.
Yeah,
a lot.
it's so gross. Do you roll the windows down at least?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you seen maniacs that roll around with their windows up?
No, yeah. There was what was it? Is it in Donnie Brasco? Like that's burned in my mind. Of I think it was Al Pacino. He's the one that's in that, right? With Johnny Depp. And Al Pacino is smoking a cigarette with the car windows rolled up.
It's insanity.
And Johnny Depp tries to crack one. He's like, "Are you crazy? You're gonna let the cold in?" It's like that's insane.
Nutty. No, that's psychotic. It's really crazy. People used to do that with children in the car, like back in the 70s. People just smoke with the baby in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was younger, like the neighborhood Israelis would come over to our house and they would all be on the front porch patio smoking cigarettes, and I'd hang out with them because I loved the smell of cigarettes.
Yeah, same.
And I asked one of them to blow it in my face, and like a lunatic they did. Coughed my lungs out. And I was like, oh, cigarettes are bad. And then I stayed away from them for like 10 years until I was like 16 and started smoking again.
Yeah.
So yeah, he blew cigarette smoke in like
amazing.
a 6-year-old's face.
That's amazing. Yeah, only foreigners do crazy shit like that. Foreigners and white trash do crazy stuff like that. I remember my dad used to take me to this German cold cut place in the valley growing up. And back in the day, they used to sell bubblegum cigarettes that had powder.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And you'd blow the cigarette and then like powder would come out and it looked like smoke. And I remember practicing on those when I was a little girl. I was like, oh, I can't wait to start smoking for real.
Yeah, they don't make those anymore.
Hell no. Are you kidding me? God forbid. And then chocolate cigarettes too. I would practice on those. I'd be like, these are so, because smoking, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, it does look cool. It really looks cool. And when I smoked, I was a lot skinnier. It's a great stress reliever. It's all good. It's all good stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then
it's how you make friends.
It's how you make friends.
You make friends with other smokers on
It's
your smoke
true.
break.
And they even did studies back when more people smoked. It was an advantage in the business world because like executives or whoever would go out for a cigarette. And if you could join your bosses for a smoke, you would have more face time with them or whatever. And I mean, obviously I'm kidding. Hello, anybody listening knows that it's horrendously bad for you and it's poisoning yourself. But I wish they could make an alternative that doesn't kill you because it has a lot of benefits, unfortunately. Thinness, anxiety relief, right? Social adhesive, social lubricant, if you will. All right, let's get into our segments. We have so many things. Oh, I love this one. Nadav curated this for me. This is stuff moms say, which is hilarious. This person writes, I love my kids and I love the ridiculous shit that comes out of my mouth because of them. We have a 3-year-old autistic daughter and a 2-year-old gremlin, a boy. Yes. The combination of the two has led to some wild exclamations. This is hilarious. What did my kiddos say? They always say funny shit. Anyway, okay, ready? Here we go. Here's one. Don't poop in that dump truck. Yep, you end up saying crazy stuff. Quit swinging that lamp, of course. Your penis isn't a slinky. Quit playing with it like it is. Again, with the lamp, it's not a baseball bat. Yep. Chips, we haven't had chips in this house for, spit it out now. Quit acting like you don't have legs. You are not Lieutenant Dan. Walk. That's one's my favorite. When you start throwing out references, your children have no idea what you're referring to. That's my favorite. What's that? The other day I was like, dude, are you hulking out? And he's like, what's the Hulk? What's hulking out? I had to explain the Incredible Hulk. That was great. And that was just today. She writes, I feel we need a sort of shit mom say type of segment. This is great. That is filled with the ridiculous crap that we holler at our kids on a daily basis. I can't be the only one that says bizarre shit in private and public about the behavior of my demon spawn. Thanks for the great podcast. They keep me sane, Christy. You're welcome, Christy. And yeah, send me stuff that you've been saying to your kids. Send it to WhereMyMomsAt@gmail.com or phone it in 213-375-5184. I feel like I say crazy shit to him it's all day, every day, but to me it's normal now.
What's the craziest thing that you've caught him doing recently?
Dude, well, I mean, he peed in my hydro flask. That was weird.
Did you have to tell him to not do that again?
No. Now I encourage it because he doesn't want to pee in public. So I'm like, okay, well, this from now on is your pee hydro flask and you pee in the car if we're out in public. He just, like last night, he's toilet trained, but he wears a diaper to sleep in. And he'll just look at me and start pushing a turd out. I'm like, you know how to use the toilet. What are you doing? And he's like, I'm pooping in my diaper. I'm like, I know. We've trained you out of this. What are you doing? He's like, I want to go in the diaper. I want you to clean it. All day, every day. I mean, it's like, he started this thing called the ouchie game. I mean, it's not a new thing. It's what children do to you. They pull your ear, they scratch your face. I've been kicked in my pregnant belly. They're just so violent, boys. And that's what Ellis calls it now, the ouchie game. It's the ouchie game. And like the baby now, mimics and pulls my nose and scratches you and pulls your hair and laughs. They're just so evil. They think it's fun. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let's just start with what would CP do? And then we'll go into hacks and fails. How about that?
You got mom questions? CP's got mom answers. What would Christina P do?
Okay, here we go. Hey, Christy. My wife, whom I adore and think is sexy and cool, is apparently going through perimenopause. She tends to go from awesome to holy shit, is this an exorcism within moments? Oh boy, how should I temper this? Should I attempt to address this? Seems pretty daunting. Have you yet experienced the perimenopause? It's kind of like possession, but with attitude. Any advice, Dave? Dave, first of all, I would not refer to it as possession with attitude. If she ever heard you say that, I guarantee you would be in the doghouse. I'm not in perimenopause yet that I know of, but I mean, I'm a woman and we go through hormonal stuff every month. It's the gift of being a life maker. Can you bring it up to her? Yes, but not when she's in the throes of a demon possession. So when she's nice and calm and happy and sweet, I would bring it up at an opportune moment. Maybe you're taking her out to dinner. Hey, I don't know if you have children, but find a babysitter, take her out somewhere nice, and politely say something to the extent of, it seems I've noticed you seem a bit stressed out more lately, or maybe you seem a little off kilter every now and then. It seems like it's really bothering you, or something like that. Just to notice somebody suffering is, I think, kind of good. And I mean, I don't know what the options are. I'm assuming she could go on some kind of hormonal therapy. Maybe I would take her to the doctor and see if there's anything we can put her on to help the swings. I don't know what the options are. We could ask Dr. Drew the next time he's in here. But bring it up very gently and kindly, and not in the moment when she's having an exorcism. And what is she like? I think sometimes to calm the beast, you give them what they like. Does she like a glass of wine? Well, that chill her out. Bring her a glass of wine. She wanted a piece of chocolate? Give her that. Give her whatever it is that can calm her in the moment. Because I know my husband, when I was in the throes of what's that called? The baby blues after both kids, he was walking on eggshells for a while. You just have to grin and bear it. You have to suck it up. That's what husbands do. They fucking suck it up. They take the abuse until the storm passes. So, or just try to medicate her, man. All right. Good luck. Yeah.
I actually had a follow-up question to this.
Yes.
So, we've been aware because of Leanne of the quarterly blowjob.
Yes.
As something nice that you could do for your husband. What is the equivalent of a quarterly blowjob for your wife?
Great question, Nadav. Here's what our quarterly blowjob is. Okay. Do the fucking dishes. Take out the trash. Do what you say you're gonna do. And I swear to God, that's so exciting for us. And if you have the means, send her to the spa for the day. Once every now and then, once a quarter, mom disappears for a few hours to get a massage, a facial, to do whatever it is she needs to do to become a human being again. Or send her off just for a mani-pedi for like an hour and a half. That works wonders. In fact, that's cheaper than a spa day. So there you go.
Oh, nice. So a vacation from the kids.
A vacation from the kids. And like really take them off her hands. Do not fucking text her 100 times when she's off doing stuff like, where's the peanut butter? How do I change a diaper? Like, figure it all out before she goes. Okay. Don't stress her out. Okay, here we go. IVF anxiety. My husband and I are starting our first round of IVF this month and are both a little overwhelmed with all the information being thrown at us. You mentioned that you've been through this before. My question is, how do you manage stress through the process? Did the shots freak you out at all? Did Tommy Bunn step up and give you the shots? Also, I've heard your tits get out of control along with the rest of your body. Was it as bad as everyone says? Thanks, mommy. Hillary. Yeah, Hillary. So, apparently, I gotta tell you, and maybe because I'm not very in tune with my emotions or physical body, which is a good thing. I didn't find IVF to be that big of a disaster. Some women are really, really messed up over it. I was just like, I'm like a cannonball. You know what I mean? I just deal with stuff. A little bit physical stuff rather. Like, I gave myself my own shots. I learned how to give my own shot in the butt because Tom was gone working so much. I just learned to do the progesterone shot on my own. I would just contort my body. I would stand in my kitchen. At the time, we didn't have bushes in front of our kitchen window. So like, I'm sure neighbors saw me giving myself progesterone shots every night. I would just like turn around and shoot myself in the butt. But it is stressful. I'm not saying I wasn't affected at all. I just managed the stress with alcohol and distractions, and I ate a lot. And you're gonna gain a little weight. I gained weight. My tits didn't get out of control then. You will be up and down, but that's when hey, a glass of wine helps if you don't have a problem with alcohol. And it is actually, yes, now I'm thinking back, the hormones do make you crazy. Try to remind yourself that like, hey, these are hormones talking, this isn't me. Yeah. You just have to remind yourself that it's temporary, and hopefully you'll only have to go through it once. And on the bright side, when they put you under to harvest your eggs, they have to harvest your eggs. It's such a nice nap because they give you what they gave Michael Jackson when they put every night. What were they giving Michael Jackson? What is that shit called? Not albuterol. That's what you give asthma.
Not fentanyl.
Yeah, something like
that.
Nebutol or like something horrendous. And that's what they give you when they harvest your eggs.
Propofol?
Yeah, something like that. So look forward to that when they put you under, because that is so amazingly pleasant. So yeah, the shots blow. You're going to wear estrogen patches. Those blow. Remembering to do shots blow. I got over the shot thing really quick. The first time I was really scared, and then you'll become an expert. What nobody warned me about is the bloating you feel after they harvest your eggs. I remember it was like I was really puffy. I looked about 4 months pregnant afterwards, and that's because all the hormones are now coming out of you. And just don't eat a lot of carbs and sugar, and don't drink alcohol at that point, and it'll go away quickly. But good luck. I hope it goes well, and I hope you only need to do one round. And Hillary, write back and let me know if it works. And good luck. Okay, let's do some mom hacks.
We have voicemails for what would CP?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do.
Hi, Christina. This is Victoria from Texas.
I love that name.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I actually have a question and need some advice.
Uh-huh.
I am 31 weeks pregnant with my second. I'm having a girl, and I already have a 2-year-old boy. And I just would like some advice on feeling guilty about having a second child,
yes,
not paying attention to my first child,
yes,
and how did you deal with that? Specifically, leaving my son to go give birth is a huge thing of anxiety for me that I have been trying to work through in therapy. But just any advice that you have would be greatly appreciated. Again, love the show. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. I love the name Victoria. That's the name I wish my parents had given me. Victoria. Royalty. Okay. You're 31 weeks pregnant with a girl. You have a 2-year-old boy and you feel guilty. 100% normal. I had so much guilt about having a second child. It's such a weird phenomenon because it sounds so irrational when you say it out loud. You're like, why would you have guilt over giving a sibling to your first? Because I think what happens is we go like this, the first child's life is so amazed because you're so focused on them and they have like all your attention and all your love, and you do everything for the first, and then the second one comes and you just don't have the time and the energy to do what you did for the first. So then that's the second part of the guilt, is when your second child, you're like, I didn't do all the mommy and me classes for my baby, the second baby, and all that. So yeah, after I had Julian, I felt so guilty about neglecting Ellis, not neglecting, but not paying as much attention to Ellis, that when I could pay attention to him after I had delivered Julian, I was so happy to get back with Ellis that I just cried because I felt so bad for like having to pull back because, you know, you're physically more tired. You really can't interact, especially in that last month is just so harsh on your body. But here's what normally happens. And I think this is what happened in our situation is that it's daddy's turn to step in. And it's a great time for your older to start bonding with daddy more and for daddy to get more involved. So that's what happened. Dad started putting Ellis down more, taking more responsibilities with him, and the two of them got really a lot closer. So look at it not so much as a time where you have to spend time away from him, but as a time maybe that he can bond with his daddy. And the anxiety is normal too. I felt the same way. Do you have parents, grandparents, family that can visit the older one? Does he have grandparents that can spoil him while you're in the hospital? Because that's another way to look at that. Is that, yeah, okay, maybe you're gone for a few days in the hospital, but now your kid's going to get spoiled by the grandparents. And he's actually going to really love that time eating ice cream and blowing his bedtime and getting toys every day. So there, I hope that helps, Victoria. And good luck with your delivery. 31 weeks, you're just around the corner. It's almost over, girl. Hang in there. Poor thing.
All right, we got another What Would Christina P?
Oh.
Hey, Mean Bean. So I just have a question. I have a now 5-month-old daughter, and I'm considered a bad mom because I let her sleep in the bed with me. I've tried to transition her into her crib, and she's just not having it. I've tried the cry it out method, and I can't do it. I can't listen to her scream like that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I also have a husband that works in the morning, so he is refusing to assist with getting her transitioned to the crib. My question is, what did you do to get your boys into the crib, and how long does it usually take, I guess I would say? How many days? Did you let them cry it out? Was it over an hour? Because this chick will not stop. Thanks, mommies. Bye.
Oh, my love, I'm so sorry. Okay. So it sounds like you're ready to break the habit of having the baby in your bed. Yeah, it's tough because once you get them used to that, now you're going to have to transition to the crib. So there's a great book out there. It's very thin. It's a very quick read. It's called The Sleep Easy Solution. This is how I sleep train Ellis. I read this book, The Sleep Easy Solution. So what you're going to do is start with just putting the baby in the crib as you are cleaning or as you're in the same room with the baby. You said you have a girl. Yeah. So put your daughter in the crib as you're cleaning up her bedroom. Put her in the crib and walk away and go to the kitchen and come back. So now she's going to start being in the crib alone without you there and feeling safe. Put her loveys in there. If she's in her passy, put the passy in there. Put comfort things in there. Something that smells like you, your shirt, whatever. And then you're going to start maybe with naps during the day. Try napping her there. See if she'll do that. And then once she's comfortable there, you can transition to nights. But read that book because it's the crying it out. I hate it too. It's just terrible. I hate it. You don't have to let them cry too much. If you can come in, you can pat them, you can walk away. You know, you visit them every minute, every 3 minutes, and then every 5 minutes. That's the intervals. But you got to read the book because it explains everything in there. Yeah, so you cry intervals, 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute, and then it goes to 10 and then 15. It usually takes about a week, but really 3 days if you're consistent. And that's the key, is to be consistent and to stick to your guns and not give in and not let them sleep in the bed with you. But like I said, let's be gradual. Let's get her used to even being in her crib because she hasn't spent a lot of time there. So you're essentially asking her to start from scratch. Preferable, I don't know, just again, hey man, there's a lot of people that co-sleep and are extremely happy with that. I'm not judging anybody for doing that, but if you want to do sleep training, you should really start from the beginning. It's preferable if you can, because then you don't have to break any nasty habits. You just start it from the beginning. They're in the bassinets are in the very beginning, the first 12 weeks, and then you transfer them to the crib around that 3-month mark. But you're not so far gone. Don't worry. It's all possible. It's just going to be harder when they're a bit older. And do not wait until they can scream mama, because then you are fucked. Just do it when they're still babies. And then they're going to sleep a lot better. My babies, and I don't mean to brag, but they both sleep 12 hours a fucking night, and they do their naps in the crib. Mommy sleeps. Okay. What else we got? We got another one?
Hi, Mommy. I have a girlfriend who is a nanny and an aunt, lots of little kids in her life, and she wants to have kids someday, too. The only thing is she is in remission for stage 4 colon cancer, and this is her 4th year out of a 5-year window that the doctors look into. So what advice would you give someone who can't have kids yet, but sees all of her people in her life having kids, and, you know, the urge is obviously there? Any advice would be great. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'm not a medical doctor, so I don't know what the condition of her eggs are, given she probably had chemo and radiation. So, I mean, I'm always of the mind of know exactly what you're dealing with to alleviate any anxiety or alleviate any stress. Go to a fertility doctor, have her tested, have the eggs tested, maybe even harvest some eggs and put them on ice so that when you guys are ready to do it, you can. But go to a doctor and find out what the timeline is for when we can start and what her health is. But I think you're asking more about an emotional thing. I know it's so devastating when you want children and you're trying, and it seems like every a-hole out there can conceive on a dime. You know what really helped me when I was trying to conceive and couldn't? We got another dog. Get a dog. Get a goddamn dog. Just do it. Or a cat. Get a pet. Practice your nurturing on a living being. I think dogs are, especially puppies, great training for motherhood. I would say a puppy and a newborn are somewhat similar, and maybe start there so she can get that nurturance out on a living being. I think that really satiates that need. But good luck. I hope you can have babies soon. Ooh, my butthole hurts. What else we got?
So that was all the what would Christina P do?
Okay.
I know you gotta head out soon, so I mean,
No.
you're seeing what segments are left. Which ones do you want to do?
Let's do a couple of mom fail voicemails, and then we'll get into mom hacks. We'll close on mom hacks because those are just fun. I love them.
Great.
Now it's time for a round of mom fails.
Oh,
Hi, Mommy. This is Jessica from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Jessica.
I have a mom fail / I almost killed my kid this week. I was changing my daughter's diaper and her outfit after she stood up on it, and I crouched down to get a new outfit for her. She was on top of the dresser. That's where I change her. And she did a backflip off of the dresser onto the ground. Miraculously, she landed on her butt and was perfectly fine, but I think I aged about 20 years seeing that, and I feel awful. But what are you going to do? Thanks, Jeans. Bye.
What are you going to do? She survived. You did it. It's all good. And I got to tell you, the other day I was at the pediatrician with Julian, and he was up on the thing, on the pediatrician stand or whatever it is, and I had bent down, and I blocked him instinctually with my body. Like I leaned up against him and I bent down, and the pediatrician goes, geez, that's a good move. And I go, oh, well, after 2 boys, you learn that they wiggle, roll, jump off the changing table constantly because they're wiggle worms. But yeah, it's happened to me too. I think Ellis rolled off. Thankfully, he rolled onto carpet. He's rolled off the bed. Both boys have rolled off the bed. Ay vey. It's a nightmare. You just hope for the best. All right, give me another fail. Whew.
So I have a mom fail. I've just left the pool with my 3-month-old son and my 3-year-old son, who has a little bit of a transition problem and doesn't like changing things when he's having fun. And it was the first time I've gone swimming with the 2 of them. And when we're leaving, yes, buddy, when we're leaving, the 3-year-old has a huge fit. I'm on a slippery pool surface. You hear that?
Yep.
I'm on a slippery pool surface, and I'm trying to pick him up as he's kicking and screaming.
Oh,
His
fuck.
foot hooks into the top of my bathing suit,
pulls
it down. My boobs are exposed for everyone at the pool. Everyone is staring because he's screaming at such a high-pitched volume. And it's Sunday when all the dads are there with their kids. and I just had to stand there until the lifeguard was able to come help me and take my 3-month-old baby, who is now scream crying, and help me get to the change room. So that's my mom fail. Love you. Keep your show going. You're the best.
Thanks,
Bye.
dude. That's brutal. Why does that sound so? Even the kids screaming in the background. You last week, you were making fun of me and Adub making that White Claw video, screaming over 4 children. Because that's why you can't make a freaking phone call without mommy, mom.
Yeah, mom life.
Mom. Yeah. Oh, my life. Okay, let's do a mom hack. I got one here. Hi, Mommy. Christina, I was listening to your podcast with Ela Klein, and towards the end of the podcast, she asked if anyone knew how to get ink out of clothing or bed sheets. I'm not a mom, but was raised by a first-string varsity mom who passed down some of her knowledge. Ink will come out of almost any fabric with rubbing alcohol. Good to know. This has saved me numerous times. This past week, it saved me at work when I got a highlighter mark on my sweater. God damn it. And one dab of my hand sanitizer, and it was gone. Ooh, this laundry trick has never failed me and has saved me hundreds of dollars from having to buy new clothes. I thought this could be a lifesaver for the mommies out there since it has been such a help to me. Thank you for doing the podcast. You got it. Thank you very much, Kate from California. I just inked up a white sweater yesterday, so I'm going to try the hand sanitizer trick. And let's do one more mom hack voicemail if you have.
Hi, my name's Megan. I'm a huge fan of the show. I just heard of such a good mom hack that I had to share. I'm not a mom myself, but this is just too good. I met this lady who was on a 5-hour flight with her 2.5-year-old, and I asked her, how did you survive? And she bought him 5 little presents, wrapped them all before the flight, and then each hour would open up a new present, so the kid would get excited and have something to play with. And then if he started acting up, she could say, well, you're not going to get your next present. So I just thought that was a pretty good one to share, especially for moms that don't want to have their kids, glued to their screens for the whole flight. But yeah, had to share. Love you, Christina. Keep them high and tight.
Thank you. I love you too. That's a fantastic idea, and I did that with Ellis. What you want to do, moms, go to the 99-cent store before a trip and buy like little, especially when they're 2, they just want, tactile things, like adult looking things. And just, buy a bunch of crap from the 99-cent store and wrap it. And then they just unwrap presents, like bullshit presents for hours and hours. That's a great idea. Okay. I do have to run. I got a long day ahead of me doing mom stuff. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for downloading. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting the show. Don't forget to pick up your official Cool Mom t-shirt available.
Catch me outside. How about that?
TomSegura.com in the store. And that's it. Until then, mommies, hang in there. Until next week. Bye. Meow.
Where my mom's at. Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at. Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at.
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.